Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video of Distraction Routes. This is the part 2 of the Dubai Safari Park. I hope you all have watched the part 1. If you have not watched it, please do watch it on the link given above. And I went around all the park and I had finished the Explorer village, and now I am going towards the African village. After that, I will be going to the Asian village. So come join me on this wild journey. I walked all my way up till the entrance of the African park. Now you can see behind me there are flamingos here. A lot of them they are fishing. There is fish in the pond and they are fishing for their food. So you can see a lot of them, lot of flamingos standing out there. It's an absolute beautiful sight. Their pink legs and beak or the neck part is a standout, and they have a white fur. So they are pinkish in color. There are two of them here, three of them there fishing, and there are the others just standing without any movement. A lot of them there. So I'm moving towards the African village, and let's see what's in store for me up there in the African village. I did like these fans. I thought they were sanitizers, but they sprinkle water, so it reduces the body temperature, or it helps in easy cooling. And now I am in front of the African village, going towards the African villages. It looks beautiful inside. Look at the model of those trees that are made up. It's just like the African forest, the dried up trees. And you have the restaurants there in the form of African huts. All these are in the form of African huts. So let me check out the signboard. And there are first aids, toilets, restaurant to the left, and Grand Ivory, Gorilla House. Pygmy Hippo is this way. So I will go to the Pygmy Hippo side and have a view of the hippo. Just like the fans, you have these sprinklers here. It's mist. It keeps the body, actually under this, the body temperature, you feel cold. Rather than fans operating, you don't feel that. Even if it is hot, you get the hot air. But this is really nice technology, so that you have mist coming in, so that they are spraying water and it keeps you even cooler than the fans. It's a good technology that they are using here. So this, I am entering here at the hippo watch area. I am hoping that I will be able to see it nearby. There is the impala here. You can see the impala, and there they are. They are the African deer. Few of them are there, and after that I thought there are the hippos here, but it's not the hippo, it's an African impala walking around. Let me see what I will be able to see. Here is the board is put up for bongo, but I don't see any bongos here. Maybe they are there they are. They are in the shade up there, so I cannot get an up close view of them. There it is, the Pygmy Hippo. That's the entrance to the Pygmy Hippo. So I will enter. The other hippo side that I got was beautiful. There it is, the Pygmy Hippo. The hippo is here. Thank you. Here is the hippo. I didn't see it earlier, but he is here, hiding here. It's a small one. I think that's why it's called the pygmy hippo. It's very small. So continuing from here into the African village. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there are two of them busy playing out there. It's a good sight there. Yeah, that's the one with tail black and white. I don't know the name of it. I think you can see them there. They're playing around. They are having a good time out there. Not too many are there. 4 or 5 of them are there. So after that I will continue my journey. So these fans, they caught my attention. It's pretty hot. It's midday and it's pretty hot. What I saw there was the ring-tail lemur. It was the ring-tail lemur that I saw there. You can see the swings and all that places just kept for them so that they can play. There they are. They're resting inside. They are not moving around. There they are. I hope you can see it. It's dark in there. So finally I have reached the chimpanzee house. So I'll be going towards this direction to get a view of the chimpanzees. So I am here at the chimpanzee house. I'm going in and look at this guy, cute. So going into the chimpanzee house. Finally I get some air conditioning. Here they are. They are playing around, having their food. The chimpanzees. He's eating cabbage. This guy is eating cabbage. Hi. I hope you can see him. It's dark from there. Yeah, there he is, having his cabbage. And there are a few others here. Look at this guy. He's busy collecting something and eating. And there is this one here, just playing around. No, keep it there. He wants it. He wants it.
He wants it.
Give him, give him.
So he drinks sparkling water. Whoa. Still water is not good enough for you?
He's not interested with the cell phone.
Oh.
He needs water.
Yeah.
Sparkling, he wants the sparkling water, not the other one.
Okay. This is very expensive, brother. This is good for you.
No.
No.
No? Okay?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Ah. I need that one. Okay, give me at least this. You're not giving me that one.
You see, I have it. I'm not giving it.
So that was fun. He just needs sprinkling water. He doesn't need normal water. He wants sprinkling water. So we keep the two bottles. He's choosing the sprinkling water over the normal water. I think he's fascinated with the color of the bottle. And here you have some information about the palms. You can just pause it and read it. That's the gorilla, orangutan. Then you have the chimpanzee, the gibbon, Amrotse. That's tiny. And here the Mamrotse. So you can just pause and read. And there they are, once again the chimpanzees. This guy busy eating his cabbage from a long time. So I will exit chimpanzee park and walk towards the next location. Reach this place in the African village. You have different kinds of birds that's found in Africa, and there is an ostrich. He is turning around and standing, and there are few more birds here. I think all these are flightless birds. And is that a peacock there? I think it's an African peacock there. Let me go around and have a look at it. It's a small peacock kind of a bird, but I'm not sure if it is a peacock. Let me go there and check if I can get to see a small or a better view of the peacock. He's spreading his feathers. I think, no, it is not a peacock. It is not a peacock. It is some other bird. But those are small. But they have their feathers opened up. I think they are scaring away the other birds. No, it is a peacock. It is a peacock. Those are African peacocks. There you can see. Those are the African peacocks there. All of them are in shade, so it is difficult to get the light going. So now I am in front of the gorilla house. There it is, the gorilla house. There they are. There are two gorillas there. One I can see up there, he is relaxing, and there is another one on the rock. That one there, he is relaxing. I have a lot of kids screaming behind me, so it is difficult for you guys to hear what I am talking. He is moving around and relaxing there. There he is. So that's the gorilla house. After visiting the gorilla, there is something here. Adult silverback. Gorillas are around 6 times stronger than humans. So I will try pulling it up. Oh, it's seriously hard. Try pulling it. Oh my god, that is pretty strong. That is very strong. This is 6 months to 9 months. So you have all the ages. This is a 1-year gorilla. I still cannot compete with a 1-year gorilla. I still cannot compete with a 1-year gorilla. He is stronger. So that is all about the gorilla house. The breed here is the Western Lowland Gorilla. So now I am here at the entrance of the Grand Ivory. I think I read it out right. So this is the entrance, and I believe there are birds enclosed in them. So I am in the Ivory house. It is like a containment, or it is completely netted, and you have all the birds inside, and you can walk around in their natural habitat. I just saw a peacock there. It was on the other side. I showed you the peacock earlier. That's the one. And I don't find any birds here. I can hear them. Maybe they are in these bushes or walking around. There are birds sitting on the trees. There is one. Here there is one. He's sitting and he is looking at me. He is cute. The bird is cute. It's nice walking around here in their natural habitat, and I see few birds here. These look like African ducks. There I will show you something there. See on the rock. You can see something on the rock there. It looks like a chameleon. Curry. So there they are. A lot of birds. And I will show you up close what I saw from there. Ivory is a nice place. I'm just in love with it. Beautiful. And there it is. It's a lizard. He's sitting and taking sunbath. And he looks beautiful. He is beautiful. He's staring at me. He's not happy I'm here. Not sure what the name of the lizard is, but he looks beautiful. And here we have a lot of birds, lot of them moving around. Look at the head. They have something like fur or the leaves of the Christmas tree that we have. They are beautiful. So walking around this place, and here there are lots of them. There are lots of them. So I believe they don't harm human. That is why they are here. He's scared. He is running away. Look at that. Look at that bird. Look at that bird. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. There they are. There are other colorful birds. They are running away. They are running away. They are scared of me. And look at that. Beautiful. They just ran away. It's really cool to get to see all these birds here. I don't mind spending an hour here inside this. It is worth it. So I will go up there, and there is a hanging bridge, and I will go and see from there what all birds I will be able to see. Going up the ladder. That was nice actually, getting to see those colorful birds. And this is the structure that we just saw from down. They have done it in a beautiful way. There is a sparrow sitting on top. It's outside. So walking all my way. There is lift in case you want to walk. And here I am. I'm walking on this bridge. It does shake. It's an hanging bridge from this tree to the other tree. From here also I can get a good view of all these birds. A lot of birds. I think those are ducks. They're swimming around. This is really cool. It's like an observatory here. You can go up and see all the animals and birds. So there is one more floor up. So I will go up that floor and see what I can see from there. I can hear the peacocks crying. Here there is the other bird that we had seen earlier. He is in his nest. Maybe he's got an egg. Look at the way he is looking at me. Sitting there, relaxing. And let's continue our way up. There's another bird up there. He's shy, he's running away. All these are African birds. They've got it here in this beautiful containment. This is the first time I am in a birds park or an open birds park like this. Wonderful. This is the view from here on top. I will go down and check if I can see some more birds or different kinds of birds. So let me go down and see what I can see. Walking around this place just gives you kind of, you're in a different world. When? Ana shuf. Aywa. Green color. It was UAE local here. He was just talking to me around earlier also. We had met in the chimpanzee park. So he was just joking around. He's just having fun. And that's great. Look at this beautiful sight. We have some ducks and few hatchlings there. They are having a great time with the family. The hatchlings look so cute, and I see one just diving inside and just coming back. That was awesome. See this? You have these nets so that the birds don't go in, and that's the lift operation. So they maintain the beauty of the holes also, and they don't they protect the birds also. So that's it from Ivory. So we will move out to another location and see what's in store for us. I'm still in the African village. I'm done with the Ivory, that is the bird enclosure. Now I am going towards the reptile house. These are the reptiles that are found in Africa. So I'll be going towards the reptile house and see what are the reptiles that are present here in the reptile house. So there's a huge scale model of a cobra that is made up here. There's a cobra made here, and I think this is a monitor lizard that is made up here. This area is dark, so not sure if it's okay. It's lit up inside, so even if I see something, I should be. There is the chameleon, the wild chameleon, and there it is. So I am out of the reptile house. I see a pathway there. I will go check out what is there, and once done I will maybe have my lunch and then go to the Asian village to get the view, get the next show at 3 o'clock. So continuing my journey in the African village, I've come to a point where there is African lion. You can see the African lion, and he is somewhere in here. Let me go around and see if I will be able to see the lion. Ah, there he is. There are two of them. So there is the line. I hope you can see it. There they are. Not in a enclosement, but they have water very far away so that they will not jump. They don't like water, they don't swim, the lions. That is why they have this kind of an enclosure. And there is one on the rock up there also. You see, it's nice to see the lions not in an enclosement. So I will continue from here. Let me see what is in store next. Now I am here at the watered hyena area, and I can see few there. You can see there in between those rocks up there, one is there, and there's another one lying down there. I cannot zoom in, so this is the maximum that I can show you people. I just saw the African hyena. I really do regret that I don't have my DSLR with me right now, because I'm not able to zoom in or take pictures or photos or show whatever is there. So now there is a place where there are African elephants, so I'm walking towards that place, and let me see if I will be able to see them. And for African elephants, they are huge, so I have no issue of zooming in. Finally in sight of the elephants, or the elephants are in my sight. I can see them there. There are 4 of them, the African elephants. I think those are small ones, those are not huge ones. They are babies and not huge tusks. Normally the African elephant, they have huge tusks, and the color is almost like this, brownish black, and they look dry always, unlike the Indian elephant. So this is the African elephant spotting area, and there they are, 4 of them moving around. So I've almost covered most of the African village, and look at this. It's the shape of an elephant that is created for kids to play. So I've completed most of the African village. So now I will go out, take a break and have my lunch, and after my lunch I'll be heading towards the Asian village, so that I can get to the program there at 3 o'clock. I forgot the name of the program. Once I am there, I will be reminded by them, and then I will be exploring the Asian village. So catch up with you at the Asian village. This is the Asian village, right? I just reached the Asian village. It's a nice setup. The whole, these rocks, these barricades or the handrails, all those are done wonderfully. And look at all the settings up, all the setup here is just like wildlife. Animals feel at home and they will be very comfortable here. And look at that fellow there. He's doing some stunts out there. I think that's a chimp or a chimpanzee. It's a gibbon. It's a gibbon. And here we have the southern Kathor way. There is this beautiful waterfall for them, and those are flightless birds, I believe. And here. This is the main entrance of the Asian village, and I checked with the personnel there. He told me there are not too many Asian animals here, only 4 or 5 of them. But the main attraction is the show in this Asian theater. It's going to happen at 3 o'clock. So let me go check out the bear. He told me there's a black bear that I can go and see. And you can see all these structures. These are made like the Chinese or Japanese architecture, their buildings. And there I reached in front of the aesthetic black bear. I've seen them in the wild also, and I have taken photographs. This is in captivity. There's a big one laying on top, and there's another small one wandering around there down. So this habitat looks nice. This is like the wildlife itself. They are like in the wild and they are comfortable. And I've seen certain videos that people stretching forward and all that, or kids, they holding kids dropping in these ditches, and bears coming and harming them, or some bears, miracle bears protecting them, and something like that. So please be careful when you're coming to such areas, and stay away from this. Don't hold your kids and hold them like this to show. Just keep them far away in a distance and show them these animals. They are not friendly animals, so in case your kids drop or you yourself drop, it is not going to be a good situation then. So it is always better, keep the distance, keep away. That's why you have these high handrails, so that you don't put your kids out to show them. They can see from far away. It's not going to make a difference. So be careful, and don't drop your valuables also inside. It's very difficult. Your mobile phones or anything else, just don't drop it in. So whenever you're visiting zoos or such places, make sure that you're staying safe. That is one important thing. There's no need of too much excitement or doing all unwanted stuff. So be safe and visit carefully, and be sure that you are safe and you're doing the thing is right. You don't want to get in trouble or be in trouble for yourself. So be in your senses when you're visiting the zoo, because you know animals, how they are, how they react. They are from the wild. So at least we have sense, and we are not from the wild. So please do take care and visit carefully, harmlessly, so that you are not harmed and the wild animals are not harmed. So now I am in front of the Asian theater. This is where the animal show, the wild show, is going to happen. So I will be entering the theater and catch a good place for myself, and hoping to have a good show in there.
And settle down. Always remember, for everyone's safety, remain seated all throughout the performance. Do not raise your hands up, as it might distract the animals. Thank you for your cooperation. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Of the World Show. We are very
I just finished the wild show at the Asian village and now going towards the desert safari. I'm onto a train. Others they've got a small vehicle. I've got a train now here. So going for the desert safari. I thought I was done, and that's when I saw this kids area. I just thought I will go in and see what is there. But when I came here, I saw another enclosement with birds inside. They let us in. It's an amazing feeling to feed these birds. It's wonderful in here. You have all the sound of all the birds. You can hear all that, and you can also feed them. And few birds are coming and sitting on my hand, and it is a really nice experience. And I would have missed it. Luckily, I just came this way, and I was able to get in here and have this wonderful experience too, along with the whole day's amazing experience. So I just finished the Arabian Desert Safari, and then while coming this side I saw a kids area. I just got in and I was able to feed some parrots and some birds. So finally, after starting from here in the morning, going all around, it's now 4 o'clock in the evening. So I was able to cover almost all the places in the safari park. So I just started from here. It was the entrance. Then they told me there is a bird show in the Explorer Village. So I went for the bird show here at the Explorer Village, and then I went to all the Explorer Village. I took the safari, went to the Explorer Village, completed it. Then I came out and went to the African village and completed most of the places, and then came to the Asian village so that I could see the wild show. I enjoyed the wild show also. After completing the wild show, I went to the Arabian Desert and then to the kids farm. So it was absolutely a fantastic experience. The whole place is wonderful. I just loved the bird show. That was the first time maybe I'm seeing a bird show. That's why I just loved it a lot. It was really great, and they've trained it well, and all the birds were really beautiful. And so if you're planning to come here, come with your family. Kids will love this place. It's better you come in your own cars, or it is difficult to come in the public transport because there are no buses going to this side, or the RTA have not started any buses yet, just specifically to this place. Hopefully soon they will start buses. So best thing, if you're coming on public transport, you can come to Rashidia. Take a bus that is going to Hatta. From Rashidia I took the bus number 310 so that I can get down at the Dragon Mart, the international city, and then I took a taxi to this place. So that's the only difficulty in assessing this place. Otherwise it's just a beautiful place coming here, and this is the place where they picked me from in the morning. So just roamed around everywhere. I completed the village. Now it's like 4 o'clock. So if you're planning, please do come early in the morning so that you will be able to complete most of the village. Not a half day trip, it's a full day. You will need full day, and it is worth the money that you're paying is worth it. You can visit once in a lifetime. So that's it from the Dubai Safari Park. Thank you for watching the video. If you do like the video, please do hit the like button, and also please don't forget to subscribe, and also put in your comments. And if you need any information or anything regarding it, you can please put in your comments. I will reply to it, how to get here or whatever details you need. So that's all from here, and this is Tom signing off.